Welcome to WatchMojo's Let's Play Countdown, where we count down our favorite Let's Play videos in a specific category. Today we're diving into the realm of in-character playthroughs, also known as Let's Roleplays.
Okay, don't panic, Nathan, he just hit your armor.
These are playthroughs where the hosts not only experience moment-to-moment gameplay, but also actually provide a voice and narrative for their character.
I thank you for your time, Wood Elf. You've been a great help, and I shall see you again quite soon.
It's a neat little niche in Let's Play content that we feel deserves more attention. So, on that note, let's take a look. Number 5, Morrowind Roleplay, Brandar the Khajiit Bard. Channel, Dayton Does Gaming.
May I play? Maha! I think you will like.
So, it's rather rare for a Let's Play format to surprise us, but this series proves to be a pleasant change of pace from the norm.
Are you enjoying this, friends?
Focusing on an adventure in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Dayton Does Gaming series takes a casual and almost meandering approach to player-guided storytelling.
Hello, Dunmer, sir. Oh, you will take me to travel, will you?
Right off the bat, this series makes it clear that it aims to deliver quietly engaging episodes focusing on the moment-to-moment distractions of the cat-like Khajiit, Brandar.
I take all of this.
Take the first episode, in which Brandar finds time to admire the scenery mere moments after being released from captivity.
I rather like the trees, but look at all that water. What desolate swamp have they dumped me into?
What makes this approach work for us is Dayton's careful balance between keeping the audience engaged with his commentary and committing to his unique character.
I am Brandar, the friendliest bard in the land.
This Khajiit does sound an awful lot like Borat, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. His decision to portray a bard, of all things, turns out to be quietly brilliant, allowing him to squeeze a few jokes out of normally insignificant moments.
Da da da, da da da. Would you dance with me?
Plus, it gives us great little moments like his attempts to always be earning tips by constantly playing the lute.
A tip couldn't hurt, you know. I don't actually have a hat at the moment, but if you could just slip it into my pocket.
If you're fond of easygoing Let's Plays, this should be right up your alley.
And you could actually keep your hand there for a long time, if you'd like.
Number 4, Let's Roleplay Fallout 3. Channel, infernocanuck.
All of my experiences will be like if you are seeing through the eyes of this young man and listening to his inner monologue that's going on in between his head.
Well, this is a pretty good hook, taking an established story, adding some personalized elements, and turning it into something of a reflective character piece.
Let's see if I can't get to this saloon. Maybe Dad's still in there. Oh, I hope so.
For those of you seeking deeply nuanced playthroughs, this will do nicely.
Everything is absolutely wrecked. God, what kind of town could Megatown be if this is what everything else looks like?
infernocanuck's Let's Roleplay of Fallout 3 invents its own take on the existing backstory, in order to introduce us to Nathan Moore.
In the back of my mind, I always thought Mr. Broch and the Overseer, and maybe even my father, so I thought they were kind of exaggerating on how destroyed everything was, but they're definitely not exaggerating now.
Moore comes off as a straight-laced individual who's not quite prepared for the violent world of the Wasteland.
Anything at all?
Oh, what the hell are you?
Over time, though, this seems to be more and more intentional. infernocanuck's constant commentary, while certainly a way to keep us viewers on the same page as him, serves the secondary purpose of granting us insight into Moore's changing temperament.
That's for damn sure.
Moore continuously grows more flawed, losing that innocence from the early episodes, yet gaining fascinating qualities in return.
Right in the throat. Oh, and got a friend too, huh?
Scenes such as Moore slowly embracing drug addiction in the midst of combat really hammer home how quietly evocative the series becomes.
Just gotta find a vein. There we go.
It also comes off as more than a little bit disturbing, but I guess that's the point. It's definitely interesting.
There we go. Oh, I missed it.
Number 3, let's roleplay Skyrim Dawnguard, The Tale of Paxton. Channel, GamerPoets.
I suppose you're getting old enough now. I'll tell you.
Yay!
I'll tell you
Only if you do your chores when we are done.
Yes, Pa.
I met him a long time ago.
Sometimes the world needs a series that knows how to walk a fine line to give its audiences a rewarding, if sometimes heartrending experience. This is that series. The Tale of Paxton feels oddly personal, intended for viewers looking for a well-rounded character in understandable circumstances. Michael of GamerPoets puts a great deal of effort into making the young Imperial Paxton a troubled man, one who is suffering and whose constant loss is set up from the outset.
My father was beaten, his skin shredded, most of his bones broken. My mother was taken. I could hear her screams fading through the woods, the same way the light sets behind the mountain. Quieter, still loud, but quieter, then gone.
But don't worry, the series never feels the need to descend into full-on melodrama. A key element here is the augmentation of existing in-game dialogue. Michael will often rephrase conversation choices to fit with Paxton's personality.
You're an honorable woman, my lady. I apologize for bringing up the past.
It's an amusing gag and a clever storytelling arc, but it also reinforces how dedicated GamerPoets is to this project. Listen to that echo they put on his voice to make it seem like he's speaking in the same room as the NPCs.
I'm sorry. My mind was just somewhere else.
No worries, ma'am.
Do you need a room? Drink?
A room, actually. I'd like to rent the room again if you don't mind,
Are
please.
you joking?
No?
You just rented a room for me.
So I can just go back?
Number 2, Freeman's Mind. Channel, Accursed Farms.
Ah, jeez, I'm running late.
Good morning.
Who
and
said that?
welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System.
Oh, it's the intercom.
This automated train is...
If you thought we were just going to be watching playthroughs of Bethesda RPGs all day, well, joke's on you, sucker. This next one isn't even an RPG. While Birdcatcher Games' take on Half-Life 2 has its merits as well, the beautiful madness that is Freeman's Mind feels more appropriate here.
Morning, Mr. Freeman. Looks like you're running late.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even care anymore.
One part unyielding anarchic rant, one part deconstruction, and really funny to boot.
Oh well. Guess I'll have to grab something else for breakfast. Like some oxycodone. I think it's time to go visit my locker.
As a playthrough of Half-Life, this provides us with an interesting perspective on some of the more bizarre elements of the game.
Well, there can't be anything good in that office if that guy was diving out of the window. I guess that means I have to take the elevator.
Most of the impact of this commentary can be attributed to Accursed Farms, who plays Gordon Freeman as somewhat unhinged.
I don't understand how... Whoa! You might want to... Never mind.
Just on its own, this version of Freeman is amazing, and Accursed Farms' Ross Scott really embraces the insanity in his performance.
As I expected.
What was that? You trying to say something about me? Man, I'll kill you.
However, the playthrough also gives Freeman the opportunity for nuance, like when he's pointing out how dumb the crate dropping room is.
That means there is no damn point to this whole room. This whole place is such a wash.
It's not being played straight in the slightest, especially in light of some of the detours that Freeman makes later on, but it kind of works on the razor's edge between satire and absurdity.
These ledges don't even reach the floor the elevator stopped on. What's the point of even having them?
More importantly, it lets the playthrough be fun without having to force a story arc or just invent a narrative. The crazy character and the crazy world he inhabits do all the work for him.
Do you know who ate all the donuts?
The donut? No! I've got more important things on my mind. Okay, this is weird. I'm gonna need a minute to think about this.
Number 1, Rycon Rolyplays Skyrim. Channel, Rycon Rolyplays.
My name is Leon Aventus, and I am a cursed man.
This is, without hyperbole, one of the most epic things I've watched in ages. I know setting your playthrough in Skyrim is probably guaranteed to be engaging, if a bit cliche, but Rycon Replays definitely goes the extra mile here.
I took the name Aventus later in my life. I joined the Legion at the youngest age possible and was groomed for command.
Its setup is relatively simple, focusing on the journey through Skyrim undertaken by Rykon's character. Yet, it's the ample theatricality, from the extensive backstory to the ease with which Rikon balances narration and character speech, that grants the series its depth.
Your death brings me honor.
Honor! You call this honor?
That's your death.
Fine. I will give you an honorable death. Fool.
It works primarily because of Rykon's dedication to the role, keeping Leon an active player in events, yet still being drawn into circumstances beyond his control. A good example would be the dream striding sequence, in which the character comes to terms with the unreal nature of the situation.
This voice is not my own. These eyes are not my own. Whose dream is this?
Complemented by good pacing and a hell of a climactic finale for its first season, it's hard not to think that things can only just get better from here.
How we meant to fight such a creature?
I mean, wow.
There's no way.
So, that's it for today's countdown. Which in-character playthroughs would you recommend? And what other Let's Play categories would you like to see us cover? As always, of course, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com for more great content published every day.
You people never fail to disappoint me.